Mookie Wilson. What's up, man? Bro, we have to do this, bro, because I've been under attack this weekend. White boy, what's going on? Ron's girl's a disappointment, bro. Well, she's a princess, bro. You can tell right away. Ron picked a princess. I'm talking about the Baltimore Ron channel. Be More Ron channel. He has started his season 7 because apparently season 6 he missed his plane, and so that was his season 6. So now we're in season 7, and Ron is in Pattaya now. Of course, he went to Sexy Bar. He was at Sexy Bar this morning. Where else can you go? You got the whole city of Pattaya, and the only place you can go is Sexy Bar. The famous Sexy Bar where they're streaming, nonstop. I was noticing how, those girls are old, bro. Those girls are old. I'm under attack, bro. I'm under attack from all coming from all. I'm taking incoming from everything, bro. Do you see this? Asian Adventures with Jim. Look at this, man. Look at this. Look at this heading. Sex offenders. And then he has my name on it. What? Why don't you just get it out and say it? Asian Adventures with Jim. Mommy's boy. Disabled loser trying to portray himself as a real man out here in the Philippines. A real man out here in the Philippines. Just get some balls there. Disabled bro. Mommy's boy. Free rent guy. You probably just rent a room out there anyway. You probably rent a room out there in that, the luxurious, Michigan, subdivision. Probably rent a room out there, bro. Anyway, probably. Anyway, if you're just gonna, if you're gonna put a thumbnail like that, bro, just come out and say it. Come out and open your big, fat, fucking mouth and say it. Say it. Just say it there. Say it there, Asian Jim. Say it. Just say it. Just say it. No, she wasn't talking about me, bro. She's talking about the people. She was talking about people in her chat, bro. People in the chat, people talking, making comments and stuff. Anyway, my name's Ricky Drama here. I'm on Sick Grandpa. We're here live in Cebu, Philippines. It's Monday, September 8th, and I'm doing a live stream because I've been called out by this fat guy in Kansas City, Missouri, the Marine, called out by Asian Jim, Asian Adventures of Jim, called out. Now, we're getting more and more of these worthless channels, these idiots that are on Philippine YouTube, that have no traction in this fucking community because they know who the star is in this community. Did you notice over the weekend, after my outstanding live streams this week, all of a sudden you have all these, live streamers that are broke, dumb and stupid, especially out there, Rojas City. How many fucking live streamers that are broke, dumb, and stupid here on the Philippines YouTube community are out here? And then they take my ideas and then they, all of a sudden they're doing karaoke. All of a sudden they're dancing around. All of a sudden we're on here to talk shit. Like, the tattoo guy down there in Ilial City. Anyway, Fred and Fawn or whatever. I don't know, man. Anyway, yeah. You know why, bro? Because he's just jealous. He's jealous of the fact that, We're here in the Philippines. We're single. We're ready to mingle. We're having a good time. And, we're killing it. We're fucking killing it. I mean, I hooked up with a girl Saturday night, bro. I hooked up with a girl Saturday night. She stayed over Saturday night. I hooked up with a girl last night, a new girl. She stayed here all night last night, bro. I mean, it's just boom, 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 boom. My continuous operation, Sabong, of, tell everyone the Philippines sucks. There's no more girls. There's no more hope. There's no more opportunity. There's no chance to ever find a real hot, sexy dime piece in the Philippines again. And everyone, they just took my advice and they don't come anymore now. It's all this hot, this fresh, this tasty, this yummy hot pina pussy is all out here for me. Me. But anyway, we got Asian, listen, the fat guy, the big fat guy, the fat guy in Kansas City, you're married, bro. Oh, by the way, hit my PayPal, motherfuckers. Hit my PayPal. I really need some PayPal. We're going to be going on these trips. I just bought my ticket to go to Angeles City. I'll be there on Thursday, so I'll be there this weekend. I heard Chub C this morning on his live stream. Chub C, who doesn't drink, who doesn't smoke, who only eats, measures everything he puts in his body, and he's single, childless, never had a committed relationship in his life, never had any commitments in his life, lived with his mom, and now he's out here in Angeles City. That guy says he's the number one partier. He's closing the clubs with his soda water. I mean, he's just out here killing it with CB Media. CB Media is just, he's my best buddy. I mean, after CB Media took the bus from Manila to Angeles, and he's, of course, sat right next to Chubb's Dub C's girlfriend. They sat next to each other, and then she called him and said, hey, Chubb's Dub C, I'm sitting right next to CB Media. Meet us at the bus stop. When they got to Angeles City, that's how all this stuff started out. CB Media drinks slow too, by the way. He gets his drink and just, sips on a little bit, but the bottom line is, okay, I'll be in Angeles City this weekend. A real partier in Angeles City. A guy that drinks real alcoholic drinks, okay? The guy that brings a real live stream. I do a live stream. I have a fucking beer in my hand, bro. I'm not sitting there sipping on water because, let's face it, okay? Let's face it. Most of these guys that are on Angeles City YouTube now are broke. They're broke. I'm flying in the first row of the plane. I'm going to be staying at the ABC Hotel. I'm going to have the finest fucking room. I'm going to have the finest fucking bath. I'm going to get some bubble bath. So I'm going to put that hot, young girl in there, and I'm gonna make it full of bubbles, and she's gonna splash around and take a bunch of fucking pictures for Facebook or Insta or whatever she's gonna put it on, and and then she's gonna come out like, do I look good, Daddy? Sure do, baby. That's how I fucking roll in Angeles City. I fucking get it done in Angeles City. When I walk into a bar there, owned by Wolfpack, the Wolfpack bar. When I walk into a Wolfpack bar, I get a fucking standing ovation by them girls because they know who has, who can get it done out here in this community. That's all they know. I mean, Most of these guys are completely broke, you know. They can't even afford beer, bro. That's how bad it is in Angeles City YouTube blogging community. I mean, they can't even afford a fucking beer. And we got a super chat. Got a super chat from Slim Sala Bim, 125. Philippine pesos. Cookie Kiki and the Pothead Jungle Man are brokies. Oh, yeah, they're all broke, bro. They're all broke. You know, that Kiki in the Philippines, bro. I mean, I'm this close to taking action. I'm this close to taking action. And the Jungle Man, who cares? I mean, yeah, it'd be great to meet the spaceman or whatever, but you know, I'm sure he's got surveillance, and you know, I don't want to get involved with the surveillance, bro. I didn't meet anybody, bro. He's married with a Filipina and minor kids, and you know, and congratulations. I mean, he got married, big fat Filipino man, big fat Filipino man. You got married, you had kids. I mean, bravo. I mean, obviously, you know, you couldn't cut it in America. You couldn't cut it finding an American woman to have kids with. You couldn't cut it to have an all-American family, you know, American. You know, you had to cut it and to come to the Philippines, you know, and you know, take a shortcut. But you did it. You have a Filipino family. You win. Congratulations. You know, now go to Dumaguete, you know, do your little family channel with the wife and the kids and the ha-ha and the hee-hee. And look, we went to the dive resort, you know, we went to Shamu Whales Dive Resort. Look, we went over to, we saw the, went over into the cemetery and saw the, what do they call it? The Bud Brown Cemetery. You know, we went over there, you know, wherever they got all the YouTube, you know, bodies buried, bro, and Dumaguete. I mean, YouTube Cemetery. I mean, all these YouTubers that have died in Dumaguete, and they put them all there at the YouTube Cemetery there in Valencia. Of course, they can't afford to buy land because they're all foreigners, so they gotta, you know, burn the bodies, you know, incinerate them, and then put them all in a coffee can, take them up to the hill in Valencia, you know, outside of Paul the Pimp's, you know, crappy apartment up there on the hill, so you can gap some cool air at night, and then you spread the ashes out there in the backyard where the dogs pee and poop, bro. Like, there we go, YouTube funeral, bro. And that's where you're going to be there, big fat Philippine guy. That's where you're going to be, bro. Because, you know, you can go ahead, you know, I mean, who would bring, you know, kids to the Philippines, you know, to put them in a school system, you know, so they can be completely disadvantaged is beyond me. I could, you know, if I had a family and I had children and, you know, I would never pull them out of the United States. You know, once they turn 18, they can make their own decisions. I would never do that to them, bro. Never. Anyway, moving on. Anyway, so big fat Filipino, you know, just, you know, do your thing, you know, have a good life, you know. Don't worry about me. I'm a very good person. I take care of all my responsibilities, okay? I don't owe anybody any money. I take care of my responsibilities. I go see my family 30 to 45 days a year. You know, if they need help, I send the money. You know, if my daughter moved to a new house, you know, a new mansion, I send her money to help her move there. I mean, I do everything I can, bro. So, you know, I mean, so there's nothing for you to worry about me, okay? Because we're just calling out the liars, the scammers, the cheaters, the losers, the guys, the people that have absolutely zero impact and that shouldn't have any impact on anyone's lives when they make a life-changing decision to move to the Philippines, listening to these complete fucking losers these complete fucking losers that are on Philippines YouTube. I'm just calling out and telling the fucking truth. Like I emailed Ed in Queens. I emailed Ed in Queens. He sent me a beautiful email. And I emailed him back and I said, it's a lot of negativity on me. It hurts my social care. It gives me a bad social image, It makes me isolated, alone, and with no friends. I mean, I would have no friends anyway, so it don't fucking matter if I'm on here. Oh, that's funny, bro. That's funny, bro. Oh, man. Yeah, Ned Kelly, bro. Don't you talk about. Don't you talk, that Ned Kelly, bro, bad boy, liberal, Ned Kelly. Come on, man. Anyway, let's talk about Asian Gym Adventures, okay? The guy that put up this thumbnail, the guy put up this thumbnail, where's it at? Here it is. The guy put up this thumbnail right here. He's got my name. Would you quit doing that? Hey, hold on. I got to take a picture of it. Damn it. I got to be more careful with my camera, by the way. From the last show, bro. Anyway, this thumbnail right here, bro. Look, this was Asian Gym Adventures last thumbnail here. Sex offenders, pedophiles, sick grandpa of Asia. And of course, he never talked about it in his video because he can't say it. He's a scared little bitch. Jim, Asian Adventures, you're a scared little bitch, okay? How the fuck did you make it through all these years of construction, holding crews and building all these construction and doing this and that, making all this fucking big money, driving around sports cars, race cars, boats, RVs, having all the finest, hottest fucking pussy in Michigan. You had everything. You had it all. But somehow, some way, you never got married, did you? You never got married, and now you're a childless, ugly, hormone whore. Okay, you shoot up the shit. You put in that juice, you little juice hormone whore. You put it all in so you can look good for what? Why are you looking so good when the best you can do, Jimbo? The best you can do, Jimbo, is find a granny, some old lady with 5 kids that's completely broke, doesn't have a centavo to her name, sitting there in the province, and you're that fucking dumb, you're that fucking stupid to put if you're dumb enough and stupid enough to put a thumbnail up like that, okay, that means, it totally explains why you'd end up with some Filipina granny trying, to save a granny out there in the province with 4 kids. And then you run out there and you go all in, didn't you, Jimbo? You went all in. You bought a house. You built a house. You did a sorry store. You tried to do a laundry mat. You tried to pay for all the kids. You decided to become Captain Jim. I'm sorry, that's another Captain Jim from the Sunshine Shoulders crew. You decided to become Captain Jimbo of Captain Save-A-Ho out there in Dumaguete, didn't you? You said I was become Captain Save-A-Ho. So you go out there and play Captain Save-A-Ho. And of course, being a disabled loser like you are, living on Social Security disability, most likely, that has no money. That's why when you tried to cheapen out, when you decided, oh my God, I'm a cheapskate. I paid everything for this family and I got nothing out of it. You decided to become cheapo out there in the province, and then you got smashed up. And then you ended up with charges, on you. Instead of handling it like a man, you ran like a little fucking bitch, didn't you, Jimbo? You ran like a little fucking bitch out of the country. I mean, you couldn't even be man enough to show up in that provincial courthouse in front of that Filipino judge. We weren't man enough to face the people that accused you. You weren't man enough to stand up there and bring your, wife there and the kids and stand up in front of the Filipino, justice. You weren't man enough to come in and be accountable for your fucking actions. No, Jimbo, you ran away like a little fucking bitch back to mommy in Michigan, didn't you? You put this up there, Jim. You put that up there, Jim, didn't you? But yet you couldn't say a fucking word about it. Be a real man and say what you feel, Jim. Don't be a fucking pussy. I mean, look at these fucking videos. Look at these videos that you put out here, Jim. Look at these fucking videos you put out here. Like, we're here live on our screen here. We got all these fucking videos. Take a look there. There's Jim's Asian Adventures. But Paul in the Philippines. Anyway, look. Honeymoon we never had. Bookings gone wrong. When it rained, it poured. Oh, my married a Filipina, my own prison. Just stupid video after stupid video after dumb shit after dumb shit. I mean, how many fucking videos? Oh, let's go some more. Oh, amazing Philippines. Granny Hunter. Let's do some more. Making money. American scam. They kept my stuff. Bloopers. American dream gone wrong. I mean, you are just terrible person, bro. Oh, there it is. Hey, I'm Jim. Hey, Jim. Today I'm going to talk I'm not Jim. I married a Filipina granny. She's from the province. I spent all my money building the house. I spent my money playing by making it ugly. And then I had charges, so I ran like a little bitch back to Michigan, back to my mommy. Oh, help me. I don't want to lose my family. Come on, bro. Oh, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up, Jimbo. I want to hear your fucking mouth. Oh, shut the Jesus. You put that up there, didn't you, Jimbo? You put that up there, right? You said, why don't you be a real man and say what you feel, Jimbo? Say what you think that's going on out here. Obviously, if you're putting that up, you believe it. And if you believe it, stand up and fucking say it, you fucking coward. That's the problem, Jimbo. That's the problem with you in the Philippines. You don't fucking have the balls to live here, Jimbo. You don't have what it takes to be a fucking expat in the Philippines. You don't have what it takes to be an expat in the Philippines YouTube community. You don't have what it takes to be a real fucking man out here. Not like me. When I did my assault, Jimbo, When I did my assault, I did my 4 days in the province jail, Jimbo. Then I went to the court 6 months later when I finally had my arraignment. I went in front of the Filipino judge. I pled guilty, Jimbo. I was there for the whole thing. I got my sentence. I paid my fine. I took care of my responsibilities. I took care of the lawyer. Of course, we had to go to litigation because, the guy I slapped around, Michael Thomas Fazio, the New York big mouth, sitting there in a shithole. Michael Thomas Fazio sitting there in a shithole in the hole in his little fucking rat trailer. Bet $10,000 that no one would ever come to his house. No one would come and confront him. No one would ever come and give him the business. But not only did I give him the business, I gave him the slap heard around the world, Jimbo. Even Will Smith at the Oscars, who watched my video on Facebook when it spread like wildfire with millions of views, went up to Chris Rock and said, "Don't talk about my woman," and gave him a fucking slap. He watched that from my video, Jimbo. And you want to fuck around, Jimbo? You want to fuck around with the deep state? You want to fuck around with the franchise and its 400 million views on one 30-second, disturbance at an election site in Clark County, Nevada? You want to fuck around who took down the Clintons in 30 seconds at a Teamster Hall with the Bill Clinton as a rapist that released the Access Hollywood tape, Billy Bush, Donald Trump grabbed her by the pussy? You want to fuck around with the guy who got the closest to Joe Biden in the entire 2020 election cycle, who did a protest 5 feet in front of him, who got arrested and, of course, released? Jimbo, you don't know who you're fucking with. If I was you, Jimbo, I'd just take down that thumbnail. I'd delete your channel. And I would just stay in your safe house. Stay in your safe house, Jimbo, there in Michigan, because you can't handle it out here, bro. You can't handle it in the Philippines. You can't handle the alcohol in the Philippines. You can't handle the women in the Philippines. You can't handle the environment in the Philippines. You can't handle the food in the Philippines. You can't handle the hot humidity in the Philippines. And most of all, Jimbo, you're not a fucking man. You're not a fucking man. You're just disabled. You're a disabled fucking loser, portraying yourself as a man, Jimbo. And we all know it, Jimbo. And we're all laughing at it each and every day when you put on your stupid, fucking, worthless videos. When you spend all this time editing, putting up your stupid fucking, dumb print. Hey, that's the same print you use, right, Jimbo, on all your stupid fucking videos? The same fucking print, isn't it, right? Come on, man. I got no worries, bro. You're never going to make it through. You're not going to make it through immigration. You don't have the balls to even show up in your fucking province, let alone come for me, bitch. Oh my God, we got Phil Pines in the chat, pumping it through these YouTube streets. Yeah, well, we have, big shout out to Buffalo Bills for coming out. I can't believe, everybody, that the NFL is so cheap now. The NFL is so cheap that they have blocked off the signal. You can't using a VPN or not using a VPN. You can't get any radio station anymore, bro. It used to be even on YouTube. They would play the radio station, the play-by-play, and you can listen to the radio on YouTube, But now they took that off. You can't access anything anymore, bro. It's like, what the fuck, bro? I mean, I know it's 2,400 pesos a month to watch every game, and all that, but 2,400 a month for the 24 months. So anyway, that's that's about it, bro. Yeah, that's pretty funny, man. But yeah, bro, we got a new superstar, bro, in the YouTube community, bro. I mean, I mean, we got a new superstar in the YouTube community. You know, there he is right there, the fat guy. There he is. What does it say? Family in the Philippines, big fat. There he is. You're scary, bro. You're scary. I went to the Philippines. I married a girl. I'm a hero. Ha ha ha. I mean, I can't even tell you. I mean, how we're impressed we are. You got married to a Filipina and had some kids, bro. That man, what an outstanding achievement. I mean, yay! I mean, and then you went to Dumaguete and you're like, my best friend Bud Brown, my buddy Paul the Pimp. Oh, Mike Philippines retirement. You know, we had fallen out there at the coffee shop. I couldn't believe, I didn't like his answer when, I wanted to talk to him. And he said he was busy. I mean, this guy, bro, I mean, just, pull it together, bro. You're not meant for YouTube, okay? You're only going to get damaged in YouTube. And I told somebody in a chat, I told somebody on the message yesterday, you're probably going to get divorced over it, bro. I would get off here. You're going to, if you said your wife cried on the airplane over my dipshit, Paul the Pimp is dead video, which everyone knows was a joke, bro, and she's on there bawling on the plane about it, bro. You don't have any business being on here because the hate and all the vitriol and all the stuff that's going to be coming for you, bro. If you continue on, bro, she's not gonna be able to handle it, bro. I mean, if she's watching this stuff and everyone's talking about you and your marriage and everything else, you're not gonna be able to handle it, bro. Just you need to go away too, okay? Or better yet, just start your channel, do your channel, and have a great YouTube life. You'll just be another guy up there in Dumaguete, Valencia, doing another channel that no one watches, bro. That's it. I mean, you can buy your views like Old Dog. You can buy your views like Mike's Philippines Retirement. You can buy your views like, Pro-Life Predator. You can just fake it until you fucking make it, and then, you could be like Brian the Lion, who faked everything and then lost his channel and now he's back. I mean, all these guys, all these girls, they just fake it. And that's it. Anyway, so we have a new superstar, bro. His name, we have Captain Jim, bro. I cannot believe we got this gift. Hey, well, yeah, let's talk about Ron for a minute. So anyway, let's talk about Ron. I got to make my comments. So anyway, talking about Baltimore Ron here, Be More Ron. He is up there in Pattaya. He hooked up with this girl, and he is starting season 7. I've had the privilege of interviewing every one of Ron's exes, Baltimore Ron's exes. So I interviewed his first ex, iPhone. I interviewed Ning. I interviewed Clarissa up there in Udon Thani, the one with the double D's up in Udon Thani last year. I've had a good record of interviewing Ron's exes. So we're all very excited about season 7. It's gone off really well so far. Ron is out there doing a great job, killing it. He's got his young, beautiful nursing student he's paying the tuition for, 30,000 baht of tuition. And we're just happy for Ron. Hey, we got $5 from Joe Smith. Thank you very much, Joe Smith. Jimbo didn't edit out street signs in his video. So a few minutes of research tells exactly where he is taking his drunken walks all around dumb guy. This guy, he's complete fake, bro. The whole thing is fake, bro. Everything about this guy is completely fake. Asian Adventures with Jim. Complete fraud, a complete loser, and most of all, no fucking balls. The guy has no fucking balls. He has no business even being here, okay? And worst of all is that, he has a few drinks in Mocktown, Newtown. I mean, who goes to Mocktown, Newtown, Joe Smith? Thank you for the $5. Who goes to Mocktown, Newtown, gets a 2,000 peso room What kind of broke ass loser, okay, gets a studio for 6 people? Literally. Just a Asian Adventures Jim, the disabled cuck who lives with his mom or rents a room in Michigan in some exclusive suburb, or maybe he just, drives there and then walks around and does a video. Who knows? Who goes to Mocktown, Newtown, rents a studio, and puts 4 kids and 2 adults in it, and calls that an outstanding room, a great time, and unbelievable value in a hotel at the Belmont Hotel in Mocktown, Newtown. I got a studio for 2,000 pesos a night, and I got 6 people in it. I didn't tell them that I had 6 people. I only have 2 people listed. But of course, I scammed someone else. Yeah. My God, bro. Thank you for the $5, man. Thank you for the $5. Yeah, I don't know about. Yeah, listen, man. I think Goldfinger does a good job on his live stream, man. I don't even know, bro. I don't even know, man. I mean, listen, Goldfinger's in the pawn business, bro, in Las Vegas. What do you expect, bro? I think I think Goldfinger gives some bad advice, bro. You shouldn't be telling people about how to take medication, where to buy. Well, first of all, Goldfinger, you shouldn't be telling people to go to Indian pharmacies, okay? When you tell people to go to Indian pharmacies, they're getting quality pharmaceutical, okay? Most likely the pharmaceutical doesn't work. As an example, Goldfinger, I don't have diabetes, okay, but I take metformin, and I went to Watson's, and I got the Watson's generic metformin, to take twice a day to lower my blood sugar. And I used that Watson's generic, and my blood sugar just went crazy because it wasn't working effectively, okay? So I had to go back and take the regular metformin, the VA gave me, okay? And then I had to go back and buy the regular metformin. So Goldfinger, when you're on your streams, as an example, you tell many people many shortcuts, okay? You learned all these shortcuts, Goldfinger in Las Vegas. It's good that you know all these shortcuts. It's good that you wrote a book about how to go to the Philippines and take shortcuts to, get your way and win. Okay. But when you tell people to go to Indian pharmacies that you don't need a prescription, that you need to waste your time to consult a medical doctor for 400 to 700 pesos, Goldfinger, to get the right prescription, to do everything the right way. Again, Goldfinger is all about the shortcut, okay? The shortcut, how to get from here to there, and the shortcut, quoting Billy Ray Thornton from his latest, greatest TV show. He's the oil guy. That's he's the oil man or whatever they call it. Shortcuts are the longest way home, motherfucker. Goldfinger, shortcuts from your book, great book, Shortcuts, How I Made It and How You Can Too. Your book was about shortcuts. You give shortcuts on your live streams. You give shortcuts on your videos. And your shortcuts, Goldfinger, could have someone killed because you told them to go to some Indian pharmacy and you didn't need a medication. You didn't need a prescription because, I'm Goldfinger. I'm smart and you're not. Oh, man. I just watch it, Goldfinger. I would just watch it, bro. I was just watching it. Oh, Raider Guy met with Maya. I bet they did, bro. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that announcement, bro? Regular Guy met with Maya. Did they do the nasty? Probably. Who knows, bro? I mean, first of all, can regular guy close? Maya. I mean, regular guy. He only works on 18 to 20-year-olds, bro. Okay, so think about it. Okay, regular guy. He only has success with girls in the province. Okay, we're talking about the poorest provinces in the Philippines. He only goes to the places to film and use these girls and make his videos in the poorest areas of the country of the Philippines. And he only works on 18 to 20-year-olds. Okay, so if you take all that in context, and then you're with Maya, who already experienced Geo, who's played the game in Dumaguete, Valencia, who has every contact conceivable, every Spaniard available, every fucking dude. You go to Maya's comments, bro. There's $50 like sprinkled in like cherries on a cake, bro. I mean, dudes are just fucking sending in the cash to Maya's Life or whatever the channel's called, bro. So you think regular guy had a chance? You think regular guy did that nasty? I don't think so. I don't think nothing happened. Maybe they met by chance. Maybe they, had a sip of Java there at the, what do they call it? The ground zero. Anything happened? I probably don't think so. I mean, I emailed, thank you again for the super chat, Mr. Smith. Yeah, thank you for the super chat. I appreciate it, man. But Jimbo, take down that thumbnail, Jimbo. You don't know who you're fucking around with, Jimbo. Take down that thumbnail, Jimbo. Take it down. Just forget about the Philippines. Move on. But anyway, I emailed Maya, and of course I didn't get a response, bro. Listen, man, once these girls are on YouTube, they're progressive, okay? So what's a progressive? That's a leftist, a liberal, a socialist, whatever you call them, But these girls on YouTube, they're like the 2% of Filipinas that will go on social media, especially YouTube, and then try and get guys to send money, okay? They all like black guys, bro. All these girls like black guys, like Filipina P. I think she likes black guys. Every video she's with a black guy. Okay, in America, you name it, she's with a black guy. Okay, now I got told something yesterday that's something else, that's something new I never heard of. I got it on an email from an anonymous source, but I think all these girls like black guys, bro. If you think about it, bro. So anyway. So maybe Maya gets with a black guy like Richie Rich, Maybe she gets with, Sunshine Shoulders, Could you imagine Calvin, leaving, San Carlos City, and then like, I got a new girlfriend, it's Maya. No one would be surprised, bro. No one would be surprised at all, bro. It's like, she's like, oh, wow, Calvin, I love your sharpened ice pick and your lighter fluid. I love when you put it on the table before you turn on the shower. Oh, man. Yeah, I would never do that, bro. I never do that, bro. Come on, man. First of all, that would hurt. And then second of all, who needs the money? When Big Fatty comes back, Ace Bachelor Tom, when Big Fatty comes back to Dumaguete. Here, hold on, I got to put the picture up here. Hold on for a second. Baltimore Ron. Anyway, Ron, we hope you're the best with your girl, man. Ace Bachelor Tom. When Big Fatty comes to Dumaguete, why not set up a meet and greet at Ground Zero? Maybe Big Fatty will shine your shoes like he did with Sunshine Shoulders. Oh, yeah. Talk about, cucking and simping for, Cal. I mean, I think he was trying to, get on the list of, he wanted to be the co-host with Calvin on Sunshine Shoulders. He's probably kissing Calvin's ass at Ground Zero, bro. What'd you do, bro? What'd you do to want to, you're like, Calvin, can I be your co-host? I spend a lot of time in Kansas City, and I run around in my car talking shit on my YouTube channel. Can I be your host on Fridays? Please, I'll do anything. You can fuck my wife. How about that, Kelvin? I mean, who knows what the fuck he said, bro? I mean, like, honey, I gotta be a co-host. I gotta be on YouTube. I want to be a star. I'll do anything. Come on, man. That's who we're fucking. That's, I mean, in Dumageddon at the ground zero, bro, it's like the Jim Jones cult, bro. They're all drinking that fucking old dog Kool-Aid, bro. When they get up there, they just giving, all the new guys when they get to Dumageddon, when they're up there and some, now this is ground zero. When they get to ground zero, they walk in, they're like, can I have some old dog Kool-Aid? I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna love it. And then they get out a nice fresh red pill, and they get that pill out, and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go for the Dumageddon red pill, They pop that pill, and they take a drink of that fucking old dog Kool-Aid. Oh yeah, I'm fucking Duma, bitch. I'm a fucking YouTuber now. That's what we're talking about. I mean, they're as fanatical, bro, as Al-Qaeda, fanatical as Hamas. They're fucking more radical than even fucking ISIS up there, motherfuckers. I mean, all it takes is just to walk in the ground zero, look the wrong way at Mark Thornton, and he's fucking punching you in the face in the parking lot, bro. I'm like, you just look at him like, well, what's up, bro? And he's like, come the fuck outside! I'm Mark Thornton! I got the best friends. I got the best wife. I got the best life. You're fucking jealous. I live by the beach. I swim every day. I got the best neighbors. That are financial advisors, and they make all the money off of dividends, and they live off the dividends. And of course, after they take the pill, they drink the fucking Kool-Aid, And then they're like, oh, teach me about the dividends. Can you teach me how to live on dividends on $400 a month? I mean, $100 a week. I'm a dividend superstar. I'm making money on dividends. It didn't really help Mark, though, and he laid motionless on the ground floor there at his hacienda on the beach, laying on the ground floor like, and they're like, what do we do? Call 911? Yeah, that might be a great idea. CPR? No, I just do dividends. I mean, boom, bitch, oh, the ambulance came. Oh, he don't fit, Oh, just shove him in there. His feet can dangle down, bro. I mean, what you got in the back? Oh, this guy, he's in fucking, his heart's collapsing, and he's in distress. Let's stop. Oh, I gotta pee. Hold on. That's what can you imagine that ambulance ride? Like, what do you mean you gotta pee? You gotta pee, we gotta pee. And they're like peeing on the side of the road, and fucking his legs are like dangling on the ground, his shoes are hitting the pavement, bro. It's like, what the fuck? Get me to the hospital. Oh my God. I mean, that's what we're talking about, Dumageddon, Philippines. That's how fucking crazy and fanatical and out of control these people are. Dudes like this. Look how fanatical this guy looks about YouTube, bro. Look in his eyes, the big fat Filipino. Look at his eyes, how fanatical he is about YouTube and Bud Brown and Paul O'Dog and Mike Philippines retirement and all the superstars in Dumageddon, Valencia. How dare you talk about them? How dare you make fun of them? How dare you talk about their lifestyle? How dare you talk about all the shit they talk? How dare you talk about all the families they have been in? How dare you talk about the kids they left behind? How dare you say anything about my heroes in Dumageddon, Valencia? Look at my eyes. I'm going to take you down. I'm fucking Mr. Biggie, fat guy out there in Kansas City, bitch. I'm going to make you pay for what you said. I'm going to do a Ricky Drama video, and I'm going to get you. Ricky's scared. Oh, boy. We got another crazy coming for Ricky. Another crazy in the crowd. 5 years. 5 long years I've been doing Philippine and Thailand YouTube. Of course, I've had a lot of run-ins, motherfuckers. A lot I can't talk about. Some you saw on live streams, people going people making threats, people, coming, getting assaulted. I mean, having like saliva slammed in my ear in front of my beautiful girlfriend, Miss Big Boobs, at that sexy bar Christmas party in 2023 by that notorious crazy man, Tequila Joe. I've gone through it all. I've seen it all. I've done it all. Bro, I've done it all. I've seen it all. That's why I'm known as the greatest YouTuber in the history of the Philippines YouTube community, the greatest YouTuber in history, the Thailand YouTube community, the greatest live streamer in the history of Southeast Asia. That's right, Charlie. I took over. You're going to the Himalayas. No one's going to care if you're there. Charlie, Billy Blue in the Himalayas. Snooze alert. Hey, we got Don C in the house. What's going on, Don C? He's right. He's locked in the house like the other Barry is still locked up. Yeah, the great news with Barry. I had a meeting last, was it 10 days ago? I had a meeting with some powers that be. Barry's got like several steps completed towards getting out. He's just basically trying to get the court paid. And what else was there? But he's got a pro bono law firm working for him. They're making contacts outside, trying to get things expedited, but he's hit several steps. So that's great news. And as far as Frankie is concerned, I'm not really sure what's going on with it. I mean, again, we went there and we were like, come on, man. He's been deported since February. Go pick him up. Go pick him up. What's the problem? Go pick him up. But anyway, we're trying our best. We're not Barry Jordan and Frank Battaglia. There were a couple guys that talked smack to each other like for 7 years. No one remembers what happened. It was way back, in the day, way back in the day. 4 months ago. I was like, Kano's is on your. Yeah, I'm going to Kano's, bro. I just got, I got to go take care of some business first. But after that, I'm done. I'm flying in, and I'm gonna go to Keno's. I'm going there to eat. Whoop whoop whoop. I mean, I don't have any time to do it. I had this appointment come up. I have to go to this appointment. I have to go see these people, bro. So I got to go there. But I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting there. Chicken choker. I'm gonna get there to Keno's. Brian Granville Smith, farmer in the Philippines. He didn't do a live stream this week, bro, because he's watching this channel. He's watching the super chats fly in like no tomorrow. He's watching the views. He's watching the people in the chat. He's seeing all the action, all the glamour. Brian knows his channel is dead. Brian Granville Smith knows he had his run, but like everyone else, you had your day, bro. You had your day, but stick to your core competencies. Stick to your core competencies. Brian Granville Smith running Kano's, some of the best burger in the Bahal. The married guy out in Kansas City. Stick to your family. Take care of the family. Put on your family content on YouTube. In Asian Gym Adventures, just stay in your safe space. In Michigan, take care of yourself, okay? Take care of yourself because you don't want to be hurt out here. This is not a place where you want to expose yourself, end up in some type of dangerous situation, because you've already been in numerous dangerous situations. Just like walking around here, bro, you get in dangerous situations. That's right. He's number one on the Bahal, bro. It's the best burger. He has the best burger, Raymond. He has the best burger. And again, we got to find out, bro. But listen, man, I've been getting so much action. I've been meeting so many girls, okay? And of course, tonight I got another date. I got another date tonight. I got another date tonight. You know, I got another date tonight with, let me see here. Let's see here. We got another date tonight. Oh. I got another date tonight with guess who? Guess who I got another date tonight? Yeah, I got another date tonight, baby. Yeah. So I'll be following up here. I mean, I got a date tonight. I got this girl coming in with double D's tomorrow from Toledo that I hooked up with before, bro. And I'll be hooking up with her for a couple days. And then I'll be going to Angel City on Thursday, spending all weekend at the ABC Hotel in Angel City, living the 5-star lifestyle, living the dream, going down to the Nightwish bars and having a good time, heading out there to the casino, the Marriott Casino out there, and gambling and spending money and playing roulette. Where I won so much fucking money on roulette out there at the Marriott out there in Clark. I won so much fucking money that they pulled all the male dealers off the floor and had a fucking 30 minutes chew out session, bro, because they're just like, they're like, what the fuck is going on? How's that fat asshole winning all this money? Tens of thousands of pesos. How's it happening out here? And then they came out like, oh shit, Then every time I sit down, I went there I won all that money, and then like 2 months later, I went there, bro. I sat down. And they immediately changed the dealer, bro. Everything stops. As soon as I sit down, they stop and they bring in a new dealer, bro, a female. So if it's a male, they bring in a female to replace her, bro. That's how it works when I'm in the fucking building, when I'm playing slots like a new star, and I win like 600,000-700,000 pesos. I have crowds watching me play slot machine. They just fucking shut down the slots for 2 days, reprogram them from the start over again, and then and stop the madness, bro, because they can't handle these Filipinos. They can't handle foreigner winning, let alone handling the foreigner cash, bro. I don't care if it's the Robinson Corporation. I don't care if it's the Marriott Corporation. I don't care if it's just some mom and pop. They cannot take that big, fat, white, nasty foreigner taking their pesos by the fistful and handing them up like, yeah, I'm winning out here. They can't fucking take it, bro. I can't take it. Shut it down. Shut it down. That's when you know you're on top out here. When you're a champion. When you're a real fucking man, Asian Gym Adventures. Big man, big fat guy in Kansas City. When you're a real man out here, when you're getting it fucking done day in and day out. When you're fucking number one. When you're fucking taking all these girls down, having fucking that girlfriend experience, that GFE, that just when they want to come back for more. They're knocking on the door, begging for it. I wouldn't say I'm Jay Real Deal Stillman. I wouldn't say I'm Brevis. I wouldn't even say I'm Barry J, because Barry J, of course, got everything for free. Just like Ron out there in Pattaya right now. Just like Brevis and Jay Real Deal Stillman. They all these guys, they get it for free. Just like me. But I'm out here killing the motherfuckers. I'm out here winning. And soon we're going to be traveling again, going all over the place. We're going to go to Kansas City, the Manila. Kano Burgers out there in the Bohol. We're going to be going down into the Brokey Zone at Dipolog and Zamboanga City. I mean, we already got the posters ready. Of Calvin Sunshine Shoulders. Did he hurt you? I mean, we got these posters with Calvin's face and a big poster. Did he hurt you? And a phone number to call an attorney. And they're going to be postered and plastered all over Zamboanga City, Philippines, because we need to know, were you hurt? Were you damaged? Did you have something happen? When Calvin spent all those years down in the brokey zone. I mean, it's just, it's incredible that Calvin Sunshine and Shoulders does a dating video. He comes on there and does a dating video about how to date these girls and how to do this and how to do that, how to have success dating when the guy hasn't been on a date in 8 years. But worst of all, when Calvin Sunshine and Shoulders was here in the Philippines, he spent every moment in the brokest area of the country, Zamboanga City and Dipolog City. Every second he spent in the most poorest areas, trying to take advantage of the most poorest girls to use them and abuse them. No wonder you're such a success, Calvin. No wonder you had so many marriages and so many kids abandoned, families abandoned. Just the misery alone, probably shook the whole country. I'm just a superstar. I'm winning out here, motherfuckers. I'm so glad everyone watched today. The millions watching around the world. We have thousands in the audience. Thank you again for all the super chats. God bless you around the world. Stay alert, stay alive out there, and have a great day. He scammed for dentures. Broken teeth. Yeah, hang out. Yeah, big shout out to Vitali. Big shout out to Vitali. He scammed people for dentures and sold them for cigarettes. Well, we could never confirm that. Remember, Don C, I went down to the pawn shops, okay, where Barry's down there in where the hell was that? Davao City. When I met that hot girl with the long blonde hair, Barbie. Remember, Jay Real Deal and me went down to the Val, and we went to this club, and I met this girl, right? And then we hooked up with them, and then she texted me like 3 weeks later to come down and get her, that she'd be my girlfriend. Their name was Barbie. And so I went down there, and then in between the time I was messing around with her, I went down to the pawn shop where Barry J supposedly pawned those teeth, and they all told me, Don C, that nobody takes teeth. Nobody takes dentures. No pawn shop would take dentures. That's what they said, man. So anyway, all right, stay alive, motherfuckers. Take care, and God bless you all, man. Have a great day.